Right then, you lovely CrunchFit people, welcome back. Welcome to CrunchFit 2021. Nice to see a couple of new faces and some returning faces. Liz, we've got you back again, lovely. I'm going to ease you into it a little bit this week. A good mixture of some sort of high intensity dynamic stuff mixed in with some exercises that need a little bit more control. Less dynamic, shall we say, but a good all-body workout just to get ourselves off the couch after Christmas and burning some calories as we should be. So it's a pyramid session going to be today. So we're going to start at 30 seconds, we're going to work up to 40 seconds, and then back to 30 seconds. So 3 sets of 10 exercises is what we're going to do. As usual, we'll do the warm-up. I will go through the 10 exercises, but go through each exercise, then we'll do the 30 seconds as we normally would do. Okay? Hopefully no one's carrying any particular injuries that I need to know about. If you do, then just put your hand up or shout at me. I'll try and give some alternatives along the way for people as well if they're needed. But let's get ourselves moving. Hopefully you've got your drinks and everything handy. So make sure they're accessible. All you're going to need is a mat and your body today. No other equipment, no other weights, no nothing. So let's get the warm-up going. Start jogging or walking on the spot, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Whichever version you're doing, keep that core pulled in nice and tight. Pull that belly button right back into the spine. Shoulders nice and square, chest nice and high. You know the routine, folks. Getting back into it for 2021, nice and light on our feet, jogging on our toes. Okay, jumping jacks then, please. And jog. Hopefully you can't hear my stomach on the video, it's making some very daft noises, so I do apologise if you can. Okay, let's get the arms out. Dinner plate size circles with the arms. It doesn't matter which direction that goes in, because we'll be changing in a second anyway. And the other way. Keep jogging, keep jogging. Nice and light on those feet. Okay, normal jog. Trunk twists, get those spine unravelled a little bit from sitting down too much today. So nice, and extend those hands around behind you. Okay, a couple more each side. Okay, jogging again. Sumo squats, so quite wide with your feet then please, so about 5 or 6 of these. Make sure your knees follow the line of your toes, nice and low in the squat. Keep looking up at the ceiling, keep that back nice and straight. And one more, good stuff, jogging again. Good, good, good. My feet are starting to come back to life a bit, from being a bit cold earlier on. Okay, 5 press-ups please everybody. You can do it on your toes or on your knees, doesn't really matter. Either way, nice and low in that press up, right to the floor. Good, back on your feet then, jogging. Okay, let's get those hamstrings warmed up then, so let's get those heels nice and high. Really try and kick your bottom, lean forward just a fraction. Get a better angle on the hamstrings. Okay, good stuff. Jogging. Get a bit warmer now. Heart rate's coming up a little bit. It's all good. High knees then. If you're marching on the spot, you can do the same thing. Just lift the knees nice and high. Okay, jog. 5 sit-ups please everybody. So heels down, knees bent, hands across your chest and just coming up, elbows to knees, nice and controlled. Keep those heels down. Okay, back on your feet. Nice. Keep on the move. Keep on the move. Okay, we're going to do some side lunges. So, big step out to the side, big step out to the side. 3 each side of these. Again, keep looking up, keep looking forward. Okay, jogging again. Good stuff. Okay, let's do some hip rotation. So raising that knee, big circle with your knee out to the side. Just really get those hip flexors stretched out a little bit, and the other way. Good balance exercise as well for the core. And change leg. He says try not to fall over. Okay, the other way. Good, keep that core pulled in, nice and tight, jogging. Okay, do some punches. Imagine you've got Hesketh right in front of you. Give him a good smack in the mouth. Come on. Both fists. Bit of a twist in the body. Good, now reaching up, side to side. Good, well done. Couple more each side. Okay, jogging again. Determined to get that heart rate up. Okay, while we're jogging, let's do some pec stretches. Give yourself a hug in the meantime. Stretch and hug. Keep jogging. Okay, good. Okay, relax for a second. We're going to do a bit of plank, as we normally do. But we're going to mix it around a little bit. I'm not going to tell you how long we're going to do, we're going to see how it goes. But we're going to do a bit of normal plank, as in on our elbows. Again, you can either do knees or toes, doesn't really matter. As long as you keep your hips nice and forward if you're on your knees. And then we're going to do some side plank as well. Okay, so let me just demonstrate what I mean. So, normal plank can either be on your toes or on your knees. So if you're going to do on your knees, please do not have your bottom sticking up in the air. Make sure it's nice and strong. Or side plank, we're going to switch over to the side, but you must make sure that body line nice and straight with the hips forward. Okay, and we're going to change sides as well. So, assume the position then for normal plank first. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. So the key thing with plank is to really engage that core. Pull that belly button right back into the spine. Make it feel like your waist is as narrow as it's ever been. Just to keep those legs nice and straight. Elbows should be right underneath your shoulders. And everything rock solid still. No shaking, no wobbling. 30 seconds already. Good stuff. 15 seconds time, we're going to go on to one side. Doesn't matter which side you do, because you're going to do the other side anyway. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and side plank. Okay, keep your shoulder nice and back, hips forward, nice and strong. Keep checking your own body line, make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, change side. Good. Hope that was a nice slick changeover. Again, the elbow should be right underneath that shoulder. Okay, back to normal plank. A few more seconds. Find that strong position again. Engage that core, narrow waist. Okay, 30 more seconds, come on, you can do it. No shakes, hold on to it. If you need to collapse to the floor because you're just rocking and rolling and shaking too much, that's fine, just give yourself a couple of seconds. Back up to it, 10 seconds to go. And relax. Well done. If you did the whole 2.5 minutes, which is what that time was, then well done. A good 1.5 minutes of normal plank in there as well. So, all good. Need to get my other watch, bear with me. Okay, so, like I said at the beginning, 10 exercises, 3 rounds, 30 seconds round the first one, 40 the second, and then back to 30 to really tear it up on the last set, okay? Now, we're going to start off, in fact, the first 3 exercises are down on the floor. So, the first one's going to be sit up and punch. So that's going to be working the slab of abs at the front here, but because you've got a punch movement going on, you can also be engaging the obliques, the sides here as well. So let me show you what I want you to do. So always going to have your knees bent with heels down on the ground. So you're going to come up, bang bang, good twist with the shoulders. Get a nice body twist at the top of the movement. Okay, try not to lift your heels off the ground, keep those planted, but really twist hard from the sides to get a good rotation. Are we ready? Let's do 30 seconds of those together then, folks. 2, 1, and go. Come on. Try not to use your hands for momentum, use the abs only. Okay, relax, good stuff. Stay on your mat. Next one's going to be glutes and lower back predominantly. Single leg bridge. So it's a nice control movement. So that last one was fairly dynamic. This one's a good control movement. So we're going to get our hips up high to that position there. Then we're going to raise one foot without allowing that hip to drop. We've got to keep the hip nice and high. And then all we're going to do is pulse the hips up and down, keeping the knees together. Okay, we're going to swap halfway, swap legs that is. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. So it's the height with the hips is the most important thing, and making sure they're level. If doing single leg is too much, then just drop down to double leg, but make sure you're getting good height with those hips. Halfway. Try and switch off the hamstrings, and that sounds daft, but if you're tensing your hamstrings, try and relax them off. It's really just the glutes and the back doing the work. And relax. Well done. Good stuff. So next one, press ups, but with a difference, folks. I want you to start off in the standing press up position, but give your feet quite a wide base. Okay, so you're going to do press up, and then you're going to reach down and touch your toe. Opposite toe. Trying to keep that core nicely engaged all the time. Okay, so it's a nice combination, pecs and core working together very nicely. 30 seconds. Are we ready? Go. Controlling the press up, and reach down, touch those toes, keep that waistline nice and narrow still. Good. Power in the press up. Control down, push it up. And relax, well done. Okay, good stuff. That's 3 of your 10. Next one, it's called, I've called it frog jacks. It's a combination of 2 exercises. Frog jumps and jumping jacks. So, what I want you to do, feet quite wide, start off with. You're going to go down as if you're going down into a frog jump, but you're going to come up into a jumping jack. Okay, so down, jack. Alright, now, it's not a bend forward, it's a squat down. So the frog jump element is that, it's not that. So every time, coming down into that squatting movement. If you can't do jumping jacks, just do squats. Okay, try and get a good low squat as you possibly can. Okay, frog jacks then, are we ready? Let's go. So you're controlling down into the frog, and it's exploding up. Good. Nice and low in the squat. And relax, good, well done. Okay, next one you'll be glad to know is laying down. Side leg lift. So, imagine you're reclining on your couch. But what you're going to do is keep both legs together, both feet together, legs nice and straight, and you're going to bring your legs up together to the side. You're going to really work the sides here and lift your chest a little bit just to get an extra crunch at the top of the movement. Hold for a second, then down and straight back up. Obviously we're going to change halfway as well. Ready? Go. All about the sides this one. Keep that body line nice and straight, hips forward. Again, waist pulled in nice and tight. Change sides. I'll allow a couple of extra seconds at the end for the changing sides. Good. And relax. Well done. Okay, staying on your mat then. This one's a bit of an unusual one. Requires a bit of flexibility in the lower back and certainly lots of power in the glutes. It's called skydivers. Now normally you might do this off the edge of a bench or something like that. You have your legs hanging off. We're just going to do it on the floor. So you adopt a position as if you're free falling in the sky, which is why it's called skydivers. Keeping your head down, neck nice and neutral. And all you're going to do is try and lift your feet off the ground. Try and get your knees as high off the ground as you can. Really powering those glutes, hamstrings and lower back muscles. Quite a hard exercise. Don't worry if you can't lift your legs very high. Really just try and focus on getting as much of a powerful contraction with the glutes as you possibly can. Are we ready? Let's go. Good. Try and hold briefly at the top before coming back down. Try and spend more time in the air than you are on the ground. Good. Really feel the power of those glutes as they kick in. Relax, well done. Stuff. Staying on your mat then. Reverse crunch. So that's working the glutes, back and hamstrings. This is back to the front, I'm afraid. All about lower abs, this one. So, knees bent. All you're going to do is bring your feet over to your head, making sure that you're lifting your hips off the ground, so you're getting good pelvic lift, only working the bottom part of the abs. Okay, but you're drawing the stomach in at the same time. Are we ready? Reverse crunches then, ready? Go. And you can really pull the stomach in at the top of the movement as you're contracting the abs. Helps to breathe out. Halfway. You're not bringing the feet all the way down, you're just lowering them enough to get your hips back on the ground briefly and then raise them again. Good, relax, well done. Hopefully you felt that one right down the bottom. Okay, that's reverse crunch. Next one, we did it in the warm-up actually, side lunges. Now you need to be careful with this exercise because your knee needs to follow the line of your toes when you're doing this. So you're going to have wide stretch out to there so you control it, and then you drive backwards with those quads. So you're down with control, drive back, control, drive back, okay? So really try and get a positive contraction and force back. Are we ready? And go. And as ever, try and keep as upright as you can. Good. Control and drive it, good. Really get some power in that drive back. Over halfway, well done. Keep it going. Well done, because hopefully you felt a little bit of the adductors, so the inside of the thighs, as you go down into that kind of lunge movement, really stretches out the adductors on the inside. Okay, back on the mat then. Single leg jackknife. One of my favourite movements. So we've already worked the lower abs, but this one's going to be a combination of lower abs and upper coming together. So keeping one leg foot flat on the floor, knee bent, one leg straight, hand and foot meet over the hip. Make sure you bring your shoulders off the mat with power. And we'll change leg halfway. Ready? Go. Try not to throw your arms too much, get a bit of momentum, but try and focus on your abs doing all the work really. Change leg. Really reach up, touch those toes. Good, relax, well done. And the last one of the 10 is squat thrust with a split. I'll see what I mean. So you're going to be in that press up position to start off with. You're going to come forward with both knees to your elbows. You're going to go back, then split, then thrust again. Okay, now the tendency for this exercise is for the hips to want to come up. So your bottom goes up in the air. Really try and keep low as much as you possibly can. Get the hip flexors doing the drive forward and get the glutes doing the drive back and then the split. Are we ready? 30 seconds. Let's go. So you drive backwards first, then split. hips nice and low, core nicely engaged, and relax. Well done. That's your first set done. Have a drink. Starting to get warm in the academy now, that's for sure. Everybody okay with those?
Do you have an alternative for the last one?
For which one, sorry?
The very last one.
Mountain climbers, Patty, if that's all right.
Okay,
It's a very similar kind of movement, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Need to adjust my watch because we're going up to 40 seconds. Heart rate should definitely be getting up there now. If it's not, then use this next set to really push on. Keep in excellent form the whole way. And for every exercise, for goodness sake, make sure this is all pulled in backwards. Make this waist foot as narrow as it could possibly be. I'll try and give you halfway, particularly on the ones where we're changing legs obviously, but as a signpost, try and do the whole 40 seconds, so pick a pace that you can keep going at. It's better to do that than do 25 or 30 seconds full tilt and then line a heat for 10 seconds. Try and pick a pace that you can sustain for the whole time. It's probably a pace faster than mine. Right, sit up and punch then. We know these well now, so we can give it some leather. 40 seconds then, team. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. Try and get some angle in that punch. Come on, get a good twist both sides. Halfway. Abs doing all the work. Good work, people, come on. Nearly there. Relax. Single leg bridge. Sustain where you are. Ready? And go. Remember, height of the hips. The most important thing. Try not to come back down right to the mat. Try and keep the tension on. Change leg. It's worth trying to gauge whether you've got one side that's stronger than the other. If you have, then do more of these on the weak side in your own time. Good, come on, keep it going. It's all about control and relax. Well done. Okay, press ups with toe touch. Remember that wide base with your feet. Ready? And go. Nice and deep in the press up. Draw that stomach in, particularly as you reach down behind you for your toe. Halfway. Come on, people, good. Relax, well done. Okay, frog jacks. Ready? Go. Remember to squat down, not a lean forward. Halfway. Good. And relax. Side leg lift. So on your side. Ready. And go. So really crunch that side. Feet as high as you can. Good. Feet together. Change sides. Quick change over if you can. Come on, really squeeze. Top of the movement. Really feel it on the sides. Draw that belly button back in. Come on, you can do it. Relax. Well done. Back on our feet then. Oh no, sorry. I lied. Skydivers on our fronts. So, shooting position then, and go. Really feel those glutes engage. Over halfway. Good stuff, people. Now relax. Okay. Reverse crunch. Still on your mat. On your backs. Knees bent, feet off the ground. Lower abs all the way. Ready? Go. Remember that, breathe out, top of the movement, helps to narrow the waist, contract the abs. Over halfway. Good, come on. Very much controlled movement this one as well. Try and keep the tension on as much as possible. Relax. Well done. And now we've got side lunges. Okay, remember nice and tall then. Core pulled in. Ready. Go. Knee follows the line of your toes. Drive it up. Control it down. Good. It's a good exercise because it's not a position you get into very often, a sideways lunge. So it's good to condition different joints around the muscle, muscles around the joint even, to work in different angles, different ways. Keeps it nice and strong. Good, come on, knee there. Relax. Well done. Single leg jackknife. 2 more at 40 seconds. Well, that heart rate should really be up there by now. Ready, go. Come on, hands and feet above that hip, come on. Halfway, change leg. Come on, hit hard, come on. Relax. Good stuff. Squat thrust with split. Or mountain climbers for you, Patty. 40 seconds of these in. Are we ready? And go. Make sure the knees are driven right to the elbows. Hips nice and low. Halfway. And relax. Well done. Good stuff. Bit of a lung buster that last one. Doing really well. Possibly regretting a few of those mince pies, a few of those sweets, all that kind of stuff. But you're back doing it, that's the main thing. Hit this next set really hard. It'll get just a few more of those sweets off those hips. Nothing to lose now, come on. Next set, I've got it in the bag. 30 seconds we're back to. Doing really well. Nothing like a bit of group suffering to keep you going, is there? Okay, so key thing to remember, folks, perfect technique the whole way. Okay, I'd rather see 5 to 10 decently executed than 30 or 40 absolute rubbish ones that are doing nothing at all. So you know your own limits, you know what you're capable of, work to that limit or slightly above it if you can. That's the whole reason we're here, just push those boundaries a little bit more. Okay, feeling good, ready for this last set. 30 seconds is going to go real quick, so we're going to afford to give it even more. Sit up and punch in, folks. I apologise if you hear my grunting and groaning on the sound there, but I can't really help it. You should be as well, if you're working hard enough. Are we ready? 30 second set then, everything we've got. 2, 1, and go, come on. Punch with power, come on. Halfway. Told you it goes quick. Relax, well done. Single leg bridge. Ready, and go. Come on, straight in. Keep your tension on. Hips high, that's the main part of the movement. Change leg. So all glutes and lower back. Switch off those hamstrings, come on. You got it. Last couple of seconds. Relax, well done. Press ups and toe touch. Perfect form in the body there. Ready? And go. Deepen the press up. Narrowing the waist as you reach back. Come on. Halfway. Good stuff, well done. Okay, frog jacks. Ready, 2, 1, and go. Just squatting down, not leaning forward. Over halfway, come on. Everything we've got. And relax. Side leg lift. Ready, go. Come on, nice and high with those feet. Hips forward. Really crunch those sides. Try and get the oxygen in while you're laying down, change side. Keep going. And relax, well done. Okay, skydivers. On our fronts then. Gonna hit those glutes hard. Ready, go. Halfway. Come on. Keep the tension on as much as you can. Nearly there. Relax. Okay, reverse crunch. Still on your mat then. Ready, go. Come on, straight in. Really narrow that waist at the top of the movement. Come on, pull it in. Really squeeze those lower abs. Halfway. Come on. Really good work, everybody. Come on, keep it going. Tension on. And relax, good stuff. Okay, side lunge. Keep the quality nice and high then. Ready, go. Control it, drive it back. Good. As deep as you can into that lunge, as far as you're able to. Halfway, good. Got to really reach out wide. Challenge those adductors. And relax, well done. Single leg jackknife. Nearly there, team. Ready? Everything we got, go. Change leg. Come on, nearly there. Come on, everything you've got. Every rep counts. And relax. Okay, squat thrust, twist splits. Or mountain climbers. Last set then, ready? Go. Hips nice and low. Waist pulled in. Come on, 15 seconds. Nearly there. And relax. Oh, well done. Good work, team. Nice one. Have a drink. Okay, well done people. Really good stuff. So we do a bit of cool down stretching, as we always do, just to try and stave off the DOMs that Jen's been alluding to. No, really well done, because if you haven't done this stuff for a while, you can even take 2 weeks off of this stuff and it feels like you haven't done it before. So I totally, my hat off to those who are just coming back to it, because it is hard. So really well done. They're not easy sessions, and I'm sure you didn't make it easy for yourselves. Right, okay, we'll start from bottom up with a bit of stretching. So classic hamstring stretch then, chin down the chest, keeping those legs nice and straight. Let gravity just do its thing till you feel the stretch, the tightness on the hamstrings, and hold. Breathe out deeply just to allow a little bit more stretch. Good. Bend the knees slightly, come right back up, nice and slow. Just uncurl yourself effectively. Okay, we're going to go back into that stretch almost straight away and see if we can go a little bit further, a little bit deeper. It's called a stretch reflex, so you've already educated the muscle, it's not going to tear. So by doing the stretch straight again, or straight away afterwards, it's ready for the next stretch, so that's why you can go a little bit further. Okay, so while we're down there, just both hands round to one side, round to one ankle. You should just feel the stretch transfer a little bit towards the glute. Back round to the front of your toes, round to the other side. Back round to the front of your toes. And again, hopefully, by doing that, you can go even a little bit further. Just another ½ inch maybe. Bend your knees and roll yourself back up to the top. Good stuff. Okay, we'll do a quad stretch but laying down. So, lay on one side, grab your ankle, not the end of your trainer or your toes, because that can put too much stress on the ankle joint. So just keep your hips nice and forward and just pull backwards. Relax the quad off as much as possible, let it stretch. Pull your heel up towards your bottom. If you can't feel much of a stretch, then just tilt the knee backwards just a little bit more, so it's away from the other knee. Just gets a bit more stretch across the hip flex and top of the quad. Change side. Hopefully this is bringing the heart rate down very nicely, so you're not hearing me puffing and panting anymore, which is probably a blessing for you. Okay, good. So we're going to stay on the mat, but in a kneeling position. We're going to do a kneeling lunge. Stretch off the hip flexor again. So nice and upright in the body then. Just transfer the weight forward, lowering the hips down. Should really get a good stretch across the hip, and also the glute on the supporting leg. If your furthest foot or your front foot is far enough away. If you can't feel that stretch, then just push that front foot out a little bit further, and you'll probably feel the stretch a bit more. Okay, change side. Nice and upright in that body. Let your upper body weight, gravity take it down, just drop your hips into the stretch. Okay, good. So laying on your back then. Turn this way slightly so you see what I'm about to do. Classic glute stretch then. So one foot across the knee, keeping this bent knee as far out to the side as you possibly can. Raise that foot off the ground, grab behind the knee and pull. So you really should be feeling a good glute stretch across this leg And the wider you can keep the knee, the more you'll feel that glute stretch. If you can't keep your knee out very wide, it suggests that you've got very, very inflexible glutes. And you need to do a bit of work on those. That's where a lot of tightness and lower back pain can come from, change leg. Sometimes back pain isn't about the back itself, it's more about the abs and the glutes not being strong enough or flexible enough. A good indicator on this one, you should be able to get the straight leg almost perpendicular really. If you can't, then again that glute on the bent leg side is probably a little bit too tight. Okay, good. Relax that off, shake it off. So, put our soles of our feet together then. Knees as flat as you can get them to the floor. Nice and upright in the body. And just with the elbows, just gently press the knees into the floor. Try and get that lower back as straight as you possibly can. Keep looking up. Good stretch for us to do after doing those lunges. Certainly felt the adductors doing a lot of work there. Okay, good. Shake it out. Spinal rolls. So curl yourself up in a ball. Just rock yourself back and forwards. Be careful with this one, Liz. Don't go up onto your neck. So only to the top of your shoulders. That's everybody, not just Liz. Okay, good stuff. On your feet then. So one hand behind your back then. Just going to stretch out the sides here. So one hand down by the side. Just lean, keeping that top shoulder nice and high, so you're not leaning forward. And again, just let gravity take your fingertips down side of your leg. And change side. Another good one to indicate whether you've got one side more flexible than the other. If you can reach further down your leg on one side, then you know that that may be a side, or the other side maybe an area to work on. Feet back shoulder width apart then. Again, trunk twists, just to really unravel that spine again. Done a lot of work that's kind of pulled the spine in together hard, a lot of impact stuff. It just helps to unwind the vertebrae again. Okay, good stuff. Tricep stretch then. The only thing we really did on triceps was a press ups, so didn't do a huge amount on them, but worth stretching nonetheless, because this stretch also helps to keep the shoulders flexible as well, which mine aren't. Okay, change side. Shake it out, and we are done, people. First one of 2021. Thank you very much for coming out. Really well done.